Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little chatty sit-down video, my 6-week update. I guess technically it's going to be 2 months on Thursday, so I'm in between my 7th and 8th week postpartum. So I wanted to share with you guys just kind of how I'm feeling and chit-chat with you guys about that. And then I'm also going to be doing like just a few favorites that I want to share with you guys, things that I'm really liking this time around. I didn't register for too much this time because I had a lot of hand-me-downs. So Isaiah has the same crib as Oliver and a lot of the same nursery items. I just felt like we didn't need to register for that much more. But there was a few things that I did register for that I didn't have with Oliver that I really like that I want to share. And also some things that I've kind of been using again this time around that I think is worth investing in because you can use it, you know, throughout however many kids you decide to have. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And that's kind of what we're going to do today. So, yeah, I had Isaiah on Thursday. It will be 8 weeks and I'm feeling really good. You know, the first few weeks postpartum are difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a combination of feelings. You feel elated to have a new baby, but there's a lot going on with your body. And I kind of talked about this in other videos. And I talked about it before when I was pregnant, just saying that, you know, pregnancy is difficult. I get nauseous at the beginning and at the end I just get, it feels like I'm running out of breath and a lot of like kind of different symptoms and things happen. But I would say at the end of my pregnancies, I do feel really motivated because nesting comes in, even though I feel like I have to take rests often and I take naps throughout the day, which is not normally what I do. At the same time, when I am up and about, I have this like nesting thing. So I'm like, go, go, go. And I feel really calm and excited. And then right after I have the baby, I'm just like overwhelmed with joy. And, you know, those first few days where you're like first meeting your baby, the first 6 weeks are kind of rough because, like I said, there's a lot going on with your body. You know, for me, it's like I was bleeding for the first 4 weeks and I had other symptoms I had to go in. I was having like a weird leg pain and they just wanted to make sure I wasn't having blood clots. And then I started getting some weird hip pain. So yeah, I would say the best way that I describe it is it's kind of like a little bit of a funk. You know that funk you get in right before you're getting ready to have your period? For me, I didn't feel depressed. It never really got to that level with either of my kids. But some people describe it as like baby blues. There's like different levels of it. Some people get slightly anxious. Some people get a little bit more edgy or just feel funky. Some people describe it on a different level as like kind of baby blues or just the feeling of like wanting to weep out of nowhere. And then it can turn into postpartum depression as well. And it's extremely common actually. And I feel like there shouldn't be any shame around talking about it because there's something chemically going on inside of you right after you have a baby. It's almost like everything kind of drops and your body's going back to normal and there's just a lot happening. As you know, I hit that 6 weeks, I definitely start to feel that little cloud of like funkiness lifting and I get more into the groove. This time around, like I said, I'm more comfortable with a newborn and he's so cute and I'm having so much fun with him. And it's funny because Oliver's like so sweet with him and wants to be so involved. He's so sweet and so excited to help that sometimes he's like overly, like he'll be like jumping on the bed when Isaiah's on the bed and like I have to, you know, instead of being like, don't jump on the bed, what are you doing, your brother's on it, you know, which sometimes as a mom you feel this like, what are you doing, you know. And the other day too, like I think I tweeted about it, but he wants to like kiss Isaiah. And for the first few weeks, the doctors told us like to be a little careful with too many kisses on the face and things like that because babies can get sick really easily. And Oliver actually he had a cold and Byron had a cold. So I had to kind of be like, no, you can't kiss your brother. And that was really hard trying to just like keep him isolated in his own room. So yeah, but anyway, the other day I tweeted about the fact that he was licking Isaiah. I'm like, why are you licking? I'm like, you can kiss him, but like licking, not so much, okay? Like none of the licking. So it's funny, just like balancing that and figuring it out. We're at that age with Oliver right now where, you know, we have to be strict. Like you need to listen to us and you need to go in timeout if you're not gonna behave. And so that's something worse and we have been implementing before Isaiah came into the picture. And now it's like continuing to do that and continuing to be consistent. And that along with having a newborn, there are moments where you can feel overwhelmed. And I've definitely had a few of those. But overall, after the 6-week period, things start to really go a little bit more smooth. I get into a schedule. Something that I really am starting to understand too is that my husband and I are responsible for setting the tone for our home and our family. And part of that is setting a routine. And for me, a schedule of some type not only makes me feel more sane, less anxious overall, and actually more calm. It's like you think a schedule is going to make you feel like, I got to stick to the schedule, but overall, it makes me feel a lot more calm. So implementing a schedule, which I've been trying to do, it shifts around a little bit because we go out and we do things, and I can't always stick to that schedule to a T. They both sleep at the same time right now in the day for a few hour nap, so that's really nice because it gives me some time to get some things done, to think, and because sometimes it's hard to like think about things that you need to get done, or you have a bunch of things you have to get done, you don't know where to start, you feel overwhelmed. Sometimes things like that happen, but when I implement a schedule, it does really, for our family, help, and it really does set the tone for the whole family. I feel like those days go way more smooth when there's like some sort of plan. You want to be flexible, but have some sort of schedule where you have an idea of when things are going to happen. And so I feel like I can be more go with the flow when I have a schedule, which might sound weird. It might sound like an oxymoron, but the weird thing is that for some reason for me, that really helps. So I'm still implementing that, and once I kind of get that down, I'll do a video on what that looks like, because we're still kind of adjusting, and every day changes as your baby gets a little older and all that. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. Isaiah's growing. He's doing really well. I'm still breastfeeding him. Breastfeeding is, tricky. I had this same issue last time where I had a really good supply at first, but as I lose weight naturally, my supply goes down. And so that's something that, I battle against. He's doing really good. His hair is crazy. People always ask me if I put gel in it. I do not put gel in his hair. His hair always just looks like a rock star. Okay, so now I want to tell you guys about a few things that I've been really liking. I want to start with this because I'm just so excited about this. I got it on Zulily. I actually got one of these. It's called Modern Burlap, and they have these swaddles. So it says, God has you in the palm, I don't know if you could see it, of his hand. And it's Isaiah 49:16. So Isaiah is a biblical name, so I wanted to get one of these with the Bible verse on it, and I just think that that's so sweet. I actually might hang it over his crib, but I pretty much always keep one of these in my diaper bag. I will do a what's in my diaper bag video, but I always have one or two of these in there because it's really hot these days, but when we go into stores, it feels like every grocery store is freezing. So I always put one of these over him. It's great for swaddling. I just really love these swaddles, and when you wash them, they just get softer and softer. So Modern Burlap, I love supporting kind of like small companies like this because I know it's hard for those kind of companies to get off the ground, and they do a really good job. They have really cute and unique swaddle blankets, so check them out. Also a really good gift too if you're looking for a good gift to get for a new mom. The next one that I want to share with you guys is the Snooza, which I had with Oliver, and some people say that this goes away with your second or third, which is that waking up in the middle of the night and wondering, are you still breathing? And that didn't go away with Isaiah. I still feel that way. This does bring a lot of peace to my mind. So you just turn it on, you put it on the top of their diaper. It has like a little clip here. You turn it on like that. And then with every breath, when their tummy breathes, it monitors it, and it gives you a little green light to monitor their breath. And if they ever stop breathing, it'll sound an alarm. If it falls off, it'll sound an alarm. So I do really like this. I don't even know if they still sell these anymore, but I really like this because it's easy, it's portable, you can just take it anywhere with you, throw it in your diaper bag, and it works. For me, it makes me sleep so much better, I will say. So I really like this. Isaiah is still co-sleeping. He sleeps in the arms reach co-sleeper, which is like a side sleeper, so it's separate from the bed, but it's right there. And I did that with Oliver until I weaned him at 4 months, and he was sleeping through the night. Once I weaned him, he was getting a little bit more, he was getting regular feedings, and I knew exactly how much he was eating, and I think he felt full, because towards the end, my supply was really, that's why I had to stop. He just was not getting enough. So once I weaned, he slept through the night right away, and that's when I put him in his crib. So with Isaiah, I'm still breastfeeding. Once he's sleeping through the night, he's going like 4-hour stretches, sometimes 2, it depends on the night. So once he's sleeping through the night, I'll move him from the arms reach to his own crib. So, but that's right now, he's sleeping in the arms reach co-sleeper, and I really like that. I really like the Mamaroo too. The Mamaroo is another hand-me-down I had with Oliver. I used it again with Isaiah. I really like it. It's like a swing. If you plan on having a few kids, it's something you can use again with each of your kids. So it's kind of pricey, but it's nice to have. Women have been having babies for centuries and centuries, and you don't need any of these things. But in this day and age, it's kind of nice. There's a few, things that make your life a little easier as a new mom, but by no means do you have to have it. It's just nice if you do. And one of those things for me is the DockATot, which I heard a lot about, and a few of my mom friends had them. And so I did register for the DockATot and the DockATot carrier. I also have the play, what's it called? Like the little play, it turns it into a play yard. And I love it. I use it every single day. It's probably my most used item besides the snooza and the blankets and the other things that I've talked about. I use it every day. It's like a portable mattress. And we're even going to my brother's house in a little bit to watch a football game, and I'm gonna bring it there, and I put the play yard up when he's awake, and then when he goes to sleep, he sleeps in it. When we're out and about, or I'll bring it around the house. If I'm doing something in the living room, I'll bring it in there. So besides the Mamaroo, which I really used a lot for Oliver, I've actually used the DockATot a ton. So I have the deluxe one and the play yard, and then I have the Grand, which is for when he's 9 months plus. And we do travel. We haven't really traveled recently, but we do travel, and we plan to travel with our kids. And it's one thing that I really feel like will be very helpful when we travel. So for me, I really like it. I've used it a lot more than I actually thought I would use it. At first I was like, okay, this is kind of pricey. I wonder if I'm going to use it. I wonder what I'm going to think about it. But I ended up just reaching for it and using it all the time. So that's just the honest truth. I feel like some people will feel like, no, I just put my baby down on a blanket, but for me, he loves it in there, and I use it all the freaking time. So I like it, huge fan of it. So yeah, those are kind of the things that I reach for, like my favorites right now that I wanted to talk about. But anyway, hopefully this video was interesting. I wanted to give you guys a little update. I will do a what's in my diaper bag soon and a routine once I kind of get settled in. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel as always, and I will see you guys very soon.